Have you ever in business stopped and asked yourself, is there a better way to do the things that I'm doing? Today I asked a question to an audience, quite a big audience of women in business. Some were coming from corporate and were just starting their own business. Some were already in business. And the question I asked them was, if you had to come up with an extra amount of income this month equal to your normal amount of income every month, what could you do? What's holding you back? And I was so shocked to notice that a lot of those women, but it could be men as well, that are running a business from a to-do perspective, as in, this is what I have to do. I need a website, I need an offer, I need to work on my marketing, but they never stopped and asked themselves, is there a better way? So when I said to them, what would you do if today you wanted to generate an extra amount of cash, which is equal or more than the regular amount of cash that you generate per month? Some of them said, well, I'm not too sure, but Alex, you're the money breakthrough coach. Tell me. And then I would do what you tell me, because that's my job. But a lot of the people that were in the system, in this matrix of do more, post more, have a website, do a certain offer this way, they could not even see that there was a way for them to create extra income. And that's really freaking me out, because, and life is like this for every field. It's like this in business, it's like this in your day-to-day life. I truly believe that that's always the next level. Have you ever felt that you are living your life in a certain way, that you are living your business and doing your business in a certain way, but maybe there is a better way to do things? And this is when you go and hire your next coach, you go and hire your next personal trainer, you go and hire your nutritionist, because you know that maybe the things that you're looking for, it's not your inner talent, it's not your inner skill. So you know that if you want to better your health, for instance, you go to a health practitioner. You know, if you're developing a business and you're not a business coach or you're not a money breakthrough coach, then you know that's not your area of expertise. So you take a step back, so to speak, and you say, okay, this is how I've been running my business for the next 6 months. Now we are in June. I'm sure a lot of you have set up income goals for the year of 2026. So this is an excellent time for you to stop and to say, well, if I'm on track with my income goal, what if I could do even better? And what do I need to do? Or if you're not on track with your income goal, again, this is the gold opportunity for you to say, what do I need to do in order to get back on track? And you could really test yourself to see, are you in the matrix? I call the matrix, where you really have blind spots and you've been conditioned, because this is not you. You've been conditioned to think a certain way, to, like I said, follow the blueprint that everybody tells you to follow, but you don't question it. You don't question if there's a better way. So today, while I was in this room speaking to women in business, and I said, if you had to generate extra amount of cash this month, equal or superior to the amount that you normally generate per month, what would you do? Roughly half the room said, you tell me, I'm open to suggestions. But half the room said, I cannot. And there were various, and forgive me the term, excuses why they couldn't generate more income. Now, you might not generate an extra amount of income that is equal to the month, but there is some room for maneuver. So when you say to yourself, I cannot, because, and there were various, again, excuses. My mind is already so full, I cannot do anything else. My time is already so stretched, I cannot fit in anything else. There were people saying, I don't have an offer ready yet, and it takes a long time to monetize an offer. Now, for all of you that says it takes a long time to monetize an offer, if you're service-based, please, please, please note that this is a self-imposed limitation. What do I mean by self-imposed limitation? Is that you don't know what you don't know. So my job is to look at your situation, and if you're creating an offer, before you monetize that offer, you don't have to wait 6 months. In fact, you don't even have to wait 1 month. Let's go and make the sales, and then let's build the offer together. So if you are in that situation where you think, oh, I'm just following the process, and this is how long it's going to take to monetize your services, question yourself. Because chances are that's a self-imposed limitation. And when it's a self-imposed limitation, if you wanted to make more money, you could burst through that limitation. Now, the one thing you have to stop doing is argue for your limitation. Is saying, I cannot do it because of this, 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 and this. And the more you marinate in the story that you cannot do something, the more it will be true for you. There's a quote from Henry Ford that says, whether you think you can or whether you think you cannot, you're right. So if you're arguing for your limitations in, I cannot do it, I cannot do it, I cannot do it, it will be true for you. But if you're even willing for a minute, for an hour, for a day to question that limitation and say, I've been thinking that in order to monetize my talents and skills, it takes a long time. I've been thinking that if I wanted to generate extra cash this month, I couldn't. Is that really true? Then you open up space for more cash to come in. Then all of a sudden you're in a different realm, so to speak, where you're open to a different way to do things. And I say to people, let's say you're a hairdresser. You're probably fantastic at cutting hair. So if you're a hairdresser, your service is to color, blow dry, cut hair, come up with incredible creation for hair. That's what you're really good at. And so I'm not a hairdresser. So if you were to ask me, Alex, can you do a very complicated hairstyle for the Oscar? If you go to the Oscars, I would say, no, I cannot. But I would not even try. I would just go and employ a hairdresser. I know that. And so for the hairdresser, if I was to say to the hairdresser, how are you going to make an extra income this month, for instance, if you wanted to? The job of the hairdresser is not to be thinking about how am I going to monetize above and beyond what I know how to monetize my talents and skills. Instead is, how could I open up myself to the possibility that someone else, i.e. Alex, me, the money breakthrough coach, is going to tell me how to monetize my talents and skills. So if you are a service provider, if you have a business that it's yours, you're talented, you're passionate, your job is to be the best in your field. I truly believe your job is to be the best in the field. If you're a branding coach, you want people to come to you from all over the world because you're the best branding coach. And in order to do that, you need to focus your passion, your dedication, your energy to being the best branding coach. But that doesn't go with, you also need to stress about how do I make myself known? How do I position myself? How do I get the money in? How do I sell to clients? That's my job. So when we get together, me as a money breakthrough coach and you as the brand coach, the therapy coach, the divorce coach, you name it, you do what's best, which is putting your talents and skills, and I support your business to grow from a monetary perspective. Then you have a fantastic combination. So the next time if somebody says, hey, maybe you want to go on holiday somewhere really, really, really flashy, like I've been wanting to use a jet, for instance. So in order for me to use a jet, I need to conjure an extra amount of cash to what I'm normally doing. Because what happens generally, you make more money, you spend more money, right? So if all of a sudden you come with something that is quite extravagant for you, whatever that is, maybe it's a $3,000 watch, then chances are you need to bring some extra income through your business. And so rather than say, I cannot because I'm already stretched, be open. You can be open and curious and say, I met somebody whose specialty is to help me do that. But you want to be open about it. So some people, just to wrap up the conversation about, some people are very open to having extra cash coming in and growing their business. And some people are so closed up, so blocked off, they cannot even see that they're putting limitation all over their own business. And in fact, I was even having this conversation in a room of 3 person. One knew me really well, had worked with me. So she kept on saying to the other person, you gotta speak to Alex because you can make extra income in your business. You can generate more money. You just need to talk to Alex. And this person was saying, there's no way I can do it. And when you are in that place of there's no way I can do it, you either, do some self-reflection and think, is that really true? Or, there's nothing else that can be done. You're going to be in that space, which is very frustrating because you're going to wait a long time before you grow your business. Things are not going to change very fast. And the more you wait in terms of generating income, the less you're going to generate, because money loves speed, loves, opportunities don't stick around forever. So my beautiful soul, if you do have your own business, check out, are you self-limiting the growth of your business? And if you find out you are, again, that's not an issue. The issue is when you say, no, I'm not, and you put your head in the sand and you do absolutely nothing about it. But the moment you're willing to even take a minute and say, am I running the business in the best way that I possibly can? Because the moment you ask the question, you're going to start to see different things. And if you're willing, I had somebody telling me yesterday, I'm sitting on a cash pot. I call it, thank you for the gift, by the way. Some people are sitting on a pot of gold, literally. Whether it's your talents, your skills, your wisdom, your experience, your coaching services, whatever it is. But sitting on a pot of gold, it's very different from knowing how to get money into your bank account as a business. Very different. So you can be the most talented, the most intelligent, the wisest person, the most connected person in the room, with the most beautiful offer, and still not monetize your talents, your skills in a way that you deserve. Like this person wanted to break through the million. And she knew she had the tools, the opportunities, the connection, but she had no idea how to get to the millions with all the elements that she had. Now, luckily for her, I know how to get her to the million. So can you see, that's a match made in heaven. Because she's got the gold and I've got the skills, the talents, the tools to accompany her in her business to break through the million. But what this person recognizes is, I can sit on a pot of gold my whole life. Unless I do something about it, it's not going to come into my bank account. Hello, Jared. Thank you for watching. So when I see Jared, I get confused because he's the king of TikTok. If you are not following Jared, go and follow Jared because he's the king of TikTok. We're talking about money and sitting on a pot of gold. So when you recognize, you, the business owner, you, the coach, you, the powerhouse, you, the visionary, you got talents, you got skills, you got the connections, you got the passion. I say you got the obsession. I think for solopreneurs, the more obsessed you are with your business, the best it is, right? I'm not saying be obsessed and forget about everything else in your life, but be obsessed in terms of your business is your new baby. Your business is part of you. And as a solopreneur, your business is you. So when you're obsessed with it, what do we do to grow? We work together. We work together. I am the best in my field when it comes to help you to make money. And again, I was in this 3-person room, one person saying, I cannot make more money, I cannot make more money. And the other person, which was a client of mine, saying, you got to talk to Alex. She's the best in the business. She will get you more money. But what is needed? The more you work with people that complement your offer, the more you work with people that are the best in their trade, the more you can grow. So be the best coach out there, be the best therapist out there, be the best designer out there. But let me be the best money coach for you. And so together, you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. You don't have to start thinking, oh, I cannot do it, I cannot do it, I cannot do it. Because remember, if you think you cannot do it, you're right. If you think you can do it, that's a better proposition for you. So, gorgeous souls, what is my proposition for you? My proposition for you is, if you have a business, a service that you're obsessed with, that really you cannot stop thinking about, and if you felt, oh, I think it's taking me a long time to monetize my talents and skills, or maybe you've been selling a certain offer and it doesn't go according to plan, or maybe you just want to say, hey, you know what, summer is coming. In August, a lot of people here in England travel. You want to go on a cruise, you want to go on your jet. Let's say, hey, let's make you more money through your business. Then check out, I do have a master event coming up on the 15th of June. It's called Boutique Business Boardroom Mastery. And it's for those of you that are open to fight through their self-imposed limitations. And again, everybody's got self-imposed limitations. The more you realize that, the quicker you'll burst through them. But once you're willing to set some time aside, some energy aside, and come into the Boutique Business Boardroom Master event, the quicker you can burst through those. So, gorgeous souls, come and join me 15th of June, 12:15 noon UK. There's going to be a replay, and let's look at your business and how to make you more money without working more hours or overcomplicated systems. Sending you so much love. Thank you for watching. Alex Vitilla, your money breakthrough coach.